Well, good afternoon. This is Brian Williams, Superintendent of Buckeye Schools, here with another great group of folks here from our school district to talk about their particular activity. So why don't we start on my far right? Why don't you go and introduce yourself?
I'm Jeff Miller. I'm a senior this year on the boys basketball team.
I'm Corey Inman. I'm also a senior on the basketball team.
I'm Coach Saunders, the basketball coach.
All right. Well, very good. Well, we appreciate your tuning in today, and I really want to thank you guys for taking time out of your schedule, and I hope you're not missing lunch for this.
No.
Okay, good. All right. We wouldn't want you to miss lunch. So, Coach, welcome. Why don't you tell us about yourself and how many years have you been coaching here? And you're also a teacher here, so maybe talk about your responsibilities as a teacher.
Well, I teach phys ed and health, and mostly sophomores, younger kids. This is my 7th year teaching in the district. I've been at all 3 buildings now, the elementary, the junior high, the high school. So I've had a lot of these kids multiple times. Mm-hmm. It's my 6th year as the basketball coach. Also helped out with football a couple of years and done other things with that. So I've kind of, in 6 years, done a lot here. I feel like I've experienced quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Good, good. Corey, why don't you tell me about yourself a little bit and what position you play? And
I'm a point guard. I've been playing basketball since, as long as I can remember, probably 3rd or 4th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Started playing. I came into Buckeye when I was in 7th grade. I was homeschooled up until then. I played for Medina. I started playing with these guys when I came in 7th grade. So until then, up until now, I've just been playing with them. And I sing. I'm in Upbeat, which is like an a cappella group we have at the high school. I'm really involved in that. And
well, and I had an opportunity to hear you sing several times.
Yeah, you did.
You're outstanding.
It's fun.
Yeah,
I love
you do
it.
a great job. Well, it's nice that we can still offer those things.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful. I'm glad. Jeff, how about tell us a little bit about yourself?
On the basketball team, I'm a center / power forward. I kind of play in between. I've been playing basketball pretty much my whole life. I started competitively around 2nd or 3rd grade like Corey. I played in the junior high and then on in high school. As far as extracurriculars, I don't have the same voice as Corey, unfortunately, but I'm involved in student council. I do a lot with the homecoming and the special dances we have. I just like to stay involved.
Good for you, and you are very involved. I certainly know about your involvement here over the years. So, both seniors?
Yes.
Okay, both seniors. So this is kind of like this is your year.
Yep.
This is your year to make it happen. So you guys have, you're actually into your season now a little bit. You've played how many games?
1.
You've had 1 game so far, and I heard that was kind of a barn burner against Norway.
Tough one, yeah.
Coach, can you tell us about that game?
Yeah, we ended up losing 44-43. It was back and forth, tight, like an arm wrestling match. Real good defense, both ends of the floor. Both teams played great defensively. Both teams played a lot of zone, so that can make for a quick game. Not a lot going on, but. We've had some injuries early in the season, which I thought hurt us in that game. We didn't have John Ty, which is one of our other seniors, pretty integral part of our team this year. And then we got in a little foul trouble. Didn't shoot free throws great down the stretch, but overall our preseason has been good. We look forward to getting into a little bit more into the regular season and kind of seeing where we stack up with everybody.
Mm-hmm. Jeff, what are your expectations for the season this year as a senior?
Expectations? Well, I'm taking it 1 game at a time. I do have high-end goals, but I wouldn't like to talk about those. We don't have a whole lot of depth this year, but our core group we're very strong. And like Coach said, I think fouls could get us in a lot of trouble this year. That's what we need to avoid.
Corey, what is your strength as a team? Do you know you're an outside shooting team? You like to go inside, rebound? What's your strength as a team?
I think our strength is our big guys. I don't think there's a front court in our league that's as talented and as strong as ours is. And I think definitely getting out and running in transition, we're definitely that's one of our strong points. A half court, we got to work on it. It's obviously not one of our strengths, but we're working on it. But definitely our front court in transition, definitely.
How about defense, Jeff? Is coach here like a Mike Brown where he stresses defense? Is that important to you guys?
Definitely. Defense is very important this year. We have a new set that I think is working very well. We just have to learn to communicate. That's a huge key, huge part of it. And once again, foul trouble. Sometimes you have to crack a few eggs to make an omelet.
Yeah. So are you guys kind of a get out and run team, or do you play a lot of half court? Do you full court press the whole game, or?
I'm sorry. we prefer to get out and run.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, when we're playing teams like Norway that ran a lot of zone, sometimes that's difficult to do, especially when we're not making foul shots as well.
Yeah, well, and if you don't have as much depth, it makes it hard to play a big-time up-tempo game, you know, the whole game. I mean, that makes it tough. So you may have to just reserve, you guys may have to slow it down a little bit just to preserve you guys for the run in the final corner, huh? Coach, what's your expectation for this team this year?
You know, I'm kind of with them. I thought last year we kind of got ahead of ourselves at times, started looking forward too much, and it cost us. And so I've kind of told these guys, kind of counter to this meeting, but I've told them not to really talk about it much, you know, with other people, kind of keep it in-house. And, you know, we know how hard we have to work to win varsity basketball games. And these guys have learned it, you know, as 3-year players and that. They understand that you might have more talent, but if you show up and don't play well, you're going to lose at the varsity level. And so, I mean, I think we have some lofty goals. You know, I mean, we feel as though we're going to compete for the conference. We want to win a couple playoff games, something that hadn't been done around here, basketball-wise, in a while. But we're putting all those on hold till the time comes for right now.
Well, and I think sometimes you know whether your goals are reasonable or not. And, you know, we all talk about, well, we want to win a state championship. But, you know, we just have to be reasonable sometimes and say, not that you guys aren't ready for that. But, Corey, I mean, the goals that you guys have talked about, are they attainable?
Oh, I believe so. Completely attainable. But like Coach said, we just have to keep emphasizing the fact that it's one step at a time. Because if we start looking ahead like that, we probably put ourselves in a risk of not attaining those goals. So if we take it those one step at a time, I think those goals are definitely attainable.
Now, outside of basketball, obviously you both are very involved. As superintendent, I'm always curious, your experience in the Buckeye schools, has that been you came in 7th grade, it sounds like. And
yeah.
Jeff, I don't know if you've been here your whole education career, but...
Just like Coach, I've been to all 3 schools.
Okay, yeah, okay. Has it been a pretty positive experience for you guys so far?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I love it. I love I guess my favorite thing about it is kind of the smaller atmosphere. I know it doesn't appeal to everybody, but like if you're going to a Medina, I mean, I know almost every kid in our grade. So, and I like that. And obviously I wouldn't be getting that if I was going to a bigger school. Not that would be bad, but I just like that atmosphere.
Sure, absolutely.
I definitely agree with him. I like how close-knit we are. I pretty much know everyone in the high school. I'm starting to learn more of the freshmen. And you don't get that at bigger schools, like Corey said, which is very nice.
Yeah. Well, and so much of life is about building and maintaining relationships, and we're able to do that in a school here, such as Buckeye and our size, and I think it's something we take a lot of pride in. So I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad your experience was that way. Corey, what's the future hold for you?
Going to college. Definitely going to college. I've applied to a lot of places. There's a couple places that I can actually play basketball, so I'm looking into that. I'm going to continue to look into those opportunities. In terms of graduation, I'm looking into, my dad's an athletic trainer, well, physical therapist, kind of side thing of that, but I would really definitely considering going to that, something with sports management. I thought about coaching, so something in there.
Great, wonderful. And Jeff, you may not know exactly, but what are your options?
Well, I definitely am going to pursue my education further in college. And I'm thinking about a business major, but I haven't quite come to any conclusions yet.
Are there opportunities? Would you like to continue your basketball career in college if that's a possibility for you?
I suppose if the opportunity arises, but that's on the back burner for now.
Good. Well, Coach, you obviously have 2 very impressive young men here. Can you talk about any other members of your team that you're counting on to contribute to your team this year?
Well, I guess for us this year definitely starts with our seniors. You know, we have 5 seniors, you know, and those are our 5 starters when healthy, and a lot of schools don't, you know, a lot of teams don't have that luxury. Of course, Jeff and Corey, both 3-year players. Garrett Beck's another 3-year player. And then we have Chris Vogt and John Ty, who are their 2nd year as varsity players. So, you know, I mean, we have a lot of experience here. We have kids who've fought some battles and had the highs and lows, and I think we're very grounded. I think they're very grounded as basketball players, and I think they understand what it takes, you know, and part of me as a coach kind of was a little, I guess, excited that first game was hard fought and that we actually lost it. I think sometimes losing games, you can understand really how every possession is important, and we had a lot of times in that game where we made some silly mistakes, but that ultimately cost us a game, and You don't like to lose, and everybody
Sure.
says no moral victories and things like that. But non-conference game on the road down in Wayne County, always a tough place to play, and I think it's going to prepare us, for this weekend and for the rest of the season.
Well, they say you can learn as much from a loss or more than you can from a win
Without a
sometimes,
doubt.
so maybe you did. How about your younger levels, junior varsity, freshman, middle school, junior high?
Our junior high teams are, about halfway through their season already, just how the schedule goes, and both of them, I think both only have 2 losses. I think they're both 4, 5, and 2, so they have a good start to it. Our freshmen had a tough one to start off with. Our JV team actually won. They had a 3-pointer at the buzzer to beat Norwayne, and battled well. Our JV group is an experienced JV group. You don't really see that too often, meaning we had a lot of freshmen that are sophomores and playing JV again this year. So we expect them to be pretty good, and that's good for us because they push us day to day. We're only as good as the guys we practice with at times, and our JV guys do a great job of battling with our seniors. We also have some juniors that are going to play some varsity too. I don't want to just gloss over them. And Tyler Hagmeyer, who started in John Ty's place our first game and has done a nice job as a junior. Nathan Polidori is a sophomore. He kind of got thrown to the fire. I'd been practicing with JV pretty much exclusively in the preseason, and because of injuries and some other things, he had to play, and he gave us some good minutes. I think he probably played about 20 minutes or so in the first game, and so that was good experience. And then we have 3 more juniors, Mason Stanton, Hayden Roski, and Robert Miller, who will contribute some for us.
So if there's somebody out there watching maybe that has young kids, and how do they get involved? What would your advice be to get them ready to play basketball at Buckeye?
Well, we have our youth league that we run. Our youth league this year is actually starting in January, so there's still time to get involved with that. They can come to our webpage. That we have a Buckeye basketball webpage that you can get to through the school webpage for more information on that. We have a couple travel teams that we sponsor. We have a 4th, 5th, and 6th grade travel team that start this weekend playing. And then we do camps throughout the year as well that usually they're pretty well publicized if kids get handouts at school and in other areas. So hey, we're always looking for more kids. We have a great community of athletes here, and we need just as many involved in basketball as everything else. This is a multi-sport type community. These guys alluded to the size, so we'll welcome any newcomers.
All right, very good. And lastly, when do you play?
Our next game is Friday night, which is tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. During the season, it's like a whirlwind. We play home against Clearview. That's our home opener. And then next Tuesday we play at Columbia, who's the defending conference champ. So 2 real big games coming up here for us. And most Tuesdays and Fridays, and our schedule, again, is available on the webpage as well.
So Tuesdays and Fridays, for the most part, you play. Tomorrow's December 6th, and next Tuesday's December 10th. So if anybody wanted to come, those are the dates, depending on when they might see this on TV. So, well, good luck to you guys. I wish you the best of luck. It's never easy to be in a sport and maintain your grades, and you guys are such wonderful examples of being able to balance that and doing that. So we appreciate that, and you are wonderful examples of what Buckeye's all about. I mean, this is what we're about, is participating, being great kids, being very successful, and we appreciate that. So anything else we need to know, Coach?
Oh, no. Well, thank you for having us. We look forward to promoting our program, and we would love to get some big crowds in there and scare our opponents a little bit. So.
Well, what'll bring big crowds? Winning. Right?
That's right.
There, you win, and people will come out and watch.
I
So.
defer to them for that.
Well, and I do encourage anybody watching there, if you want to come out and see good basketball, check the website for the schedule and come on out and see these guys play. They play hard, they work together as a team, and they have great attitudes. So good examples of what we have here at Buckeye. So come on out and watch them play. Thanks again for being here. Really appreciate you coming in, and look forward to seeing you play this year.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Buckeye striving to be the best, and we appreciate you tuning in. Have a great afternoon.